It's time now for our series of lightning talks. So first we have Sylvestre Ledru, who's going to tell us about rebuilding Debian using Clang.
Yes, thank you. So I'm going to make a disclaimer. I got the flu yesterday on the boat. I'm not feeling 100% fine, so please apologize if I'm not clear. So in the current status in Debian, so I won't present what is Debian. I guess you all know it's a Linux distribution. It is one of the oldest, blah, 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 blah. So the current status in Debian is we are using GCC for everything. So that basically means all Debian architecture and the three kernels that we are supporting. The first one is Linux. The other one are K3BSD and Herd. I'm surprised. When I do this presentation, I say Herd, about half of the people are laughing in the room. But we've got that in Debian. So what I try to do is rebuild the Debian archive using a new compiler. So basically, I did this crappy method. So I go in USR bin. Sorry, no. I go in USR bin, and I remove GCC and I replace it by Clang. So it's working pretty well. So we did the test on the AMD 64 archive and packages. We haven't tested the performances or the quality of the binaries. That means that I don't know yet if we have some miscompile into the binary produced. So we published the result over there. And in detail, basically, that means that with the 3.0, we had almost 9% failure. And the percentage of failure increased to 12%, which is a good thing. I will explain why. So the main reason is because -w all is containing way more things, and also because upstream thinks that using -w error is a good thing. You are all aware here that GCC and Clang has different set of warning. So it might not be a good idea, but many upstream developers are doing that currently. So it's causing a lot of build failure. One of my favorite build failures that we've seen in the archive, and it's happened in 50 packages into the archive, is that some developers are thinking that using -09 or -020, I saw that once in the archive, will improve your software way better. So Chandler, you should work on this option. Thanks. The other one, and it's very sad to see such bad code in software. In this case, GCC accepts this code. So without -w all, it doesn't show any warning. I won't explain why this code is crap, but we see that many times in the archive, 133 times. So the last rebuild of the Debian archive shows that the quality of Clang is good enough and ready enough to rebuild a whole Linux distribution. Most of the problems that I found are remaining upstream. So that means that upstream developer or Debian maintainer or packager has to pass the software to work with Clang. So we started to report some bugs, but it takes time because we are trying to provide patches for upstream. But as you know, we have plenty of packages in the Debian archive, so it takes time. So what next are we doing? So we would like now to do two things in Debian. So the first one is test the quality of the binaries. I said previously, we just did a basic rebuild. So that we just tested that the code compiles. And secondly, we want to provide the tool for Debian and Ubuntu developers to quickly fix their packages. So what we did is we rebuilt the whole archive using Clang, and this time we kept the binary. So if you go on this URL, you can use pretty much all the packages of the Debian archive which built with Clang. Obviously, you don't have the packages which fail, but here you can see in this example that I am installing core utils, which is one of the basic packages of Debian and Ubuntu, from this repository. And here, that means that ls and awk are working. So you can already try that. Unfortunately, as far as I know, we don't have any way to make sure that the binary has been built with Clang instead of GCC. So maybe someone knows here, and I would be very interested to have a quick way to get this information. But as far as I know, it's not possible. So what we also set up is a parallel rebuild architecture of Debian. So that means that every package is uploaded into the Debian archive. Instead of being built by GCC, we will be built with Clang. So here it's a result. So I'm using 3 computers to do that. So it takes about 1 week to rebuild everything on my workstation. So sometimes my computer is very slow. So you can see here, for example, that the first package has not been rebuilt. But here, the package OXFFFF, which I have no clue what it is doing, has been built. And this one, 389-DSGW failed. So if I go on the log, I can see why it failed. So here it's another packet, it's Golang, and it failed here because Clang doesn't know this argument, so it's failing. Finished? No, so it's fine. So I was just going to talk about that. If you don't know that, it is automatic rebuild of all the LLVM toolchain on the website. So, thank you.